The House panel investigating the January 6th Capitol riot has held a second hearing. It's making a case that several advisors of former President Donald Trump warned him against making false claims of widespread voter fraud in the 2020 election. Nathan King reports from Capitol Hill.
Well, the second hearing on the January 6th insurrection is actually at this very camera position all those many months ago where we were as chaos broke out here, and the committee continuing to basically indict Donald Trump through his own people. We heard again from Attorney General Bill Barr in his recorded deposition at that time, essentially saying that the big lie that Donald Trump has been using since Joe Biden won the presidential election was not a lie in terms of his staff. His staff were basically saying, look, you've lost the election. But he would hear none of it, according to Bill Barr, and this led to frustrations with the Attorney General. He even used expletives and resigned shortly afterwards.
I told him that the stuff that his people were shoveling out to the public was bull. I mean, that the claims of fraud were bull. And, he was indignant about that.
And then there was Bill Stepien, who was part of the Trump campaign, very close to Donald Trump, who, in an exchange with lawmakers here behind me, essentially said he told him the same thing, that the election results were good, that there was a very little chance he could overturn it in the courts or by any other means going through the states and appealing to send them different slates of electors.
My belief, my recommendation was to say that votes were still being counted. It's too early to tell, too early to call the race.
And did anybody who was a part of that conversation disagree with your message?
Yes.
Who is that?
The president disagreed with that.
Also coming out of this hearing is the money trail as well. About $250 million, according to one lawmaker, was raised on the back of this big lie. And where did the money go? Well, that's a big question. There were even intimations that it went essentially to Trump's campaign, not lawyers. It paid for Trump hotels for some of his staff, etc., etc. There's a real pattern developing in these hearings. Essentially, the only person who believed this big lie was Donald Trump. And why did he do it? He was told by his own people that their election was lost, that Joe Biden would be the next president. But he did a very good job of convincing the American people. As you know, still to this day, the majority of Republicans believe, without any evidence, that the election was stolen. This committee, among its other jobs, is trying to burst that false balloon. Nathan King, CGTN, just outside the US Congress.